in your dreams.
So according to this Reddit post, Aether will no longer be published by Yostar, but instead will be published by Yongxi. A lot of people tend to think that Yostar is the one that's like developing these games. That is not the case whatsoever. It's actually Yongxi that has made Aether, and for Azur Lane, it's not Yostar that makes it, but it's Manju that makes Azur Lane. Yostar themselves are the publishers of these games. Dear administrators, thank you for your long-term support and love for Aether. It has been an honor to walk alongside you for nearly 2 years. Today, we would like to inform you that from April 21st, 2025, Aether Global will be operated by Yongxi Technology. After thorough and friendly negotiations between Yostar and Yongxi, it has been agreed that starting April 21st, 2025, Aether will be published, operated, and managed by Yongxi. So there is no bad blood between these two companies, which is an assuring thing. It just seems that Yongxi just wants to fly on their own. We assure you, by April 21st, 2025, we will collaborate with the team from Yongxi to assist all administrators with the transfer of account data. Don't worry, it's relatively easy. We will also continue to provide high quality services to you all. Nothing to really worry about here. Yongxi, as I said earlier, just wants to do their own thing. To ensure your game progress, virtual currency items and recharge records remain unaffected. Basically, just accept their new arrangement and transfer your account to Yongxi instead of Yostar. The rest of the post basically just tells you how you can transfer your account. It's really not that hard. Like when you log into the game, at the bottom right, there should be like account migration. You basically click on that and you basically do what it tells you to do. It literally took me like 2 seconds to do it. I'm sure you guys can figure it out too. It's very interesting that all of these Chinese gacha games, they seem to be doing their own thing. For example, Azure Permilia is not published by Yostar. It is published by Manju. We got Arknight's Enfield that's not published by Yostar, but instead it's published by, I think their name is Hyperglyph or something. Tower of Fantasy developers just announced that they're cutting ties with Tencent, which is a pretty good thing because I do think Tencent was one of the biggest reasons why Tower of Fantasy was a huge flop. Shitty launch, glitchy game, very bad localization. I wouldn't say that Yostar is like Tencent or anything, but I do think that Yostar was kind of neglecting Aether. They hardly promote the game. I've hardly seen any advertisements for Aether. I don't think this is going to have a huge impact for Aether. I do think the game is still going to continue doing its own little thing. It's a very low key game. The only thing I can maybe see them doing in the future is that maybe they'll like speed up to CN. That's the only biggest impact I can really think of that Aether will go through. China seems to be dominating the gaming market at the moment. I would definitely say that they're number one, Korea a close second, Japan third. The thing is with Japan is that they're kind of lazy when it comes to developing games. They're still doing like their PNG auto slop and they basically don't really innovate like the Chinese are doing. Japan just seems to be just sticking to like just one game, while the Chinese developers, they're trying to expand. They're making more games, and the country that's like dead last, we got America, Europe, whatever, because of DEI slop and shit. There have been rumors that Yongxi is making more games. In fact, according to this Reddit post, they're apparently making 3 more games. To summarize it real quick, one of them is a strategy game, the second one is an action adventure, and the third game that they're making is apparently a PvP-like game. So the fact that they're planning on making 3 games seems to me that Aether is doing relatively well. Anyways, I think that's about it for these news. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and I will see you guys later. And yes, I do plan on making a bit more Aether content.
Bye bye now. Come again soon.